Hello, Aries. Hello, wonderful Aries. Welcome to December. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This is going to be a monthly Tarotscope for Aries for December, and we open this month at the tail end of a Mercury retrograde. Usually they're about 3 weeks or so. And when Mercury retrograde is in effect, it sometimes can have things show up as like delayed communication, scrambled communication, travel plans go awry, that sort of thing. So if there's weird communication in your environment, or things feel like they're going backwards, or they're scrambled, or things are going haywire in terms of Mercury-related things, communication, travel, plans, schedules, information, that's all really normal. And one of the good uses of a Mercury retrograde is, the function of it is that it causes us to sort of rewind and go backwards a little bit. So it's a good time to review things. It's a good time to wrap up any projects that you have open-ended, to tie up loose ends. It is a great time to go within and reflect and just review, say, your past quarter, your past 6 months, your past year, and just think on it and see what information comes up for you. It's also a really great time to do editing or anything that has to do with going over something another time, to take a look at it. So wrapping up loose ends, tying up old projects, going within for reflection. It's also a really good time for any of the words that have to do with the prefix re. So recharge, rejuvenate, R&R, rest and relaxation, all that stuff. So beginning of December is really good for that. And then December 6th, Mercury will go direct and communications will smooth out again. So this month I'm using the Vision Quest deck. It is a Native American themed deck. And here's the cover for it. It's by Guyon, Sylvie Winter, and Joe Doze. I love this deck. I got it for myself on my birthday this year. And then I'm going to be clarifying with the B.O.T.A deck. It's the Builders of the Addendum deck. It's designed to be colored in, and I haven't colored mine in yet, but I'm really looking forward to doing that, and I'm using it in the meantime. So I'm going to get right into your reading, Aries. I want to say also that we've got the sun, we've got a new moon in Sagittarius, which is your 9th house of exploration, travel, publishing, anything that has to do with expanding your horizons, and also higher learning. We've got that on December 6th, just as Mercury goes back direct. So it would be a good time for you to begin anything that has to do with, say, publishing, travel, exploring different cultures, different philosophies, starting a new class, starting a new phase of higher learning. So, for example, if you are editing a book during this Mercury retrograde, great time to approach publishers is at the end of this week. So, good, good combination of energies there. 10 of Fire jumped out. This is called Oppression, but it's 10 of Wands, and what it means is that you're coming to completion on something that feels like a burden, Aries. So what is that? Do you feel like you've been carrying something around for a while? That's just a message that jumped out and wanted to present itself. So let's see what's coming up for you, Aries, for this month. We have 10 Small Medicine Wheel in reverse, which is the Wheel of Fortune. That's a Major Arcana card. 2 of Air, Inner Peace in reverse. I'll talk more about that when I go through each one individually. 9 of Air, Hurt in reverse. That's usually a good sign coming out of that. Then we have Medicine Man, Magician in the upright. This is great Aries energy. The creator, the magician. I'll talk more about that in a moment. What I like about that is that shows me that your creative manifesting potential is heightened during the beginning of December here, say in this first week, Aries. We've got Torment, another Major Arcana here in the reverse. So you're being set free or liberated from something. That's usually the Devil card. I'll talk more about that when I get to it. I've already got 3 out of the 5 cards out. By the way, you've got 3 Major Arcana. So it could be like a month of important themes, Aries. 5 of Water, loss in the reverse. I should hold that one up too. That's this card. Then we have 2 of Fire, Will in the reverse. I think Pisces had this in the reverse as well. So 2 and 5 in the middle. Lovers, beautiful energy, Aries, coming up in the middle of the month for you. Right under Medicine Man. So it's actually funny, they look really similar. This is Magician or Medicine Man, and this is him with his love here in the middle of the month. So I'm seeing him dreaming and manifesting something, and then the lover shows up mid-month. So whether you're male or female, this is nice energy for you. Let's see what else is coming up for Aries, and then I'll go through each one individually. Life Force, 11. Here it's in the reverse position. This is normally strength. So there might be something that's draining your strength towards the end of the month. I'll take a look at that. Daughter of Fire in reverse. I'm seeing this as you, Aries. This is a fire sign, so it could be Aries, Leo, or Sag, but I'm mostly reading it as you here, right next to the Strength in reverse. Daughter of Earth, so you could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This is equivalent to the Page of Earth. And then we have 4 of Water in reverse, called Abundance in this deck. So let's take a look at what's happening for you, Aries. We start off the month with the Wheel in reverse. This is called Small Medicine Wheel, and normally it's considered Wheel of Fortune. So when this is in the upright, it means allowing things to unfold naturally according to their own timelines, everything happening at its right time, divine timing, seasons happening just as they do, and going with the flow of the seasons. When it's in reverse, it means that you want things to go more quickly or you want them to go more slowly. So you're trying to speed up the wheel of time or you're trying to slow it down. Either way, it's some sort of resistance to the natural order of things. And what I would like to invite you to do is when you have this card show up in the reverse, just try to allow things to happen at their own time. Allow things to unfold naturally according to the season that they want to come in. And it's sort of like going with the flow instead of resisting against it. It's easier to swim downstream than it is to go upstream. This is almost like trying to force something to happen, or happen more quickly, or happen more slowly when it's just going to happen as it does. Let it unfold is what I recommend when I see Wheel in reverse. And then we have 2 of Air in reverse also. I read this card when it's in the reverse position as having made a decision on something. You're making up your mind about something. You're in the process of making up your mind when this card comes up in the reverse. And it's right here near this new moon. So it might be right around the new moon in Sag that you're making up your mind to, say, start a new course or do something to do with the 9th house themes. We have the sun in Sag, we have the moon in Sag, and Neptune just moved in, or let's see, is that right? Neptune into, no, Jupiter just moved into Sag. So there's a lot of energy available for you for 9th house themes, a lot of expansion in terms of higher learning, in terms of travel and exploration. Some of you may really have the travel bug right now, and you're making a decision about where you want to go, or you're making a decision about which publisher you want to publish your book with, or you're making a decision about 9th house themes, you know, exploring a new religion, a new culture, a new philosophy. So if you've had some indecision about that in the past, I see the first week of December as being a good time for you for that. And I do see too that you're coming out of any overanalyzing, worrying. If you've been overthinking things, you're coming out of that. This is 9 of Swords, which is called hurt in this deck, but it's also considered anxiety. And so maybe some of you are coming out of a certain feeling of being hurt as you are discovering and allowing this inner peace card to come up too. A lot of times 2 of Swords can be read as indecision, but it's got inner peace on here. So I'm seeing you, inner peace and hurt are here right side by side, and you're releasing this. So you're releasing overthinking, overanalyzing, stressing on something, you know, the force that is trying to happen here with a wheel in reverse, if there's anything that feels like you're having to push it through or force it through, this is letting up here at the beginning of December. And then you come into your own power. So I do see that new moon in several of these cards, by the way, at least in those two. So I get the sense that whatever feels like you've been wanting it to go faster, or it feels like it's in delay, or you want it to go slower, I get the sense that your anxiety or hurt is wrapping up as you make this decision here around this new moon in Sag. And guess who you turn into? Aries. This is the great creator. This is magician, medicine man in this deck. The person who has all the resources and the tools to create whatever he wants to manifest. So sometimes the how trips us up. Really, our job is to decide what it is we want and clarify our desire. The reason medicine man or magician is successful is because he has complete focus, complete concentration on one desire, one thing he wants. So it's really our job to get clear on what it is we want and not how it's presented to us. In other words, if we decide that we want a certain type of relationship, sometimes people can get caught up on who that is rather than the quality of what it is that they're choosing, quality of what they want. So that's one example. Or say they want a new car and they're really hung up on how they're going to get it, when really it might come out of left field in a totally unexpected way. So it's just clarifying and centering on your desire, Aries, that's most important with magician or medicine man. You have the capability. This is the I am card. So a good exercise, since this energy is showing up for you, is I am this, fill in the blank. I am powerful, I am strong, I am whatever it is that you are looking to bring more of to yourself. It's a wonderful meditation to do the I am with the medicine man magician card showing up. And it looks like you're being liberated from something, Aries. This is normally the Devil card, which has to do with bondage, restriction, toxic relationships, feeling stuck in something, feeling like you're bound to something, whether it be a person, an addiction. Sometimes it can be like lies or substance abuse, or, you know, devil can take many forms, but it's usually something that has control over us, that we give our power away to. And I'm seeing it in the reverse, you being liberated from that, Aries. And I'm seeing you taking your own power back. This is you claiming your power, Aries, the one magician that I am. And this is saying no longer am I going to be bound to devil energy, which is being controlled by your passions, being controlled by your addictions, believing in anything that's untrue, false stories, false narratives, having an addiction to a person, place, or thing. This is you now, and this is you being the creator of your own world, your own, whatever it is that you're trying to draw towards you. So I like that you're being let go from that. Then I also see 5 of water, loss. You know, it's funny, I'm seeing this in relation to the 9 of air, the hurt. 5 of water is usually a card of grief, of sorrow, of regret, looking at what is lost rather than focusing on what you still have. So this is a great card of focus. And with this in the reverse position, I see you coming out of some sort of grief, Aries. I see you coming out of some sort of sadness. For some of you, I'm even seeing you're coming out of some sort of depression. And with this in the reverse, the hurt, the 9 of Swords in reverse, this hurt could be related to this grief or sadness or sorrow. Both of these are in the reverse, so you're coming out of this. You may be coming out in December of a period of sadness or grief where you felt like you were really bound up, or you were really stuck, or there was something toxic, or something you needed to release yourself from, Aries. And I see you doing that here in December. I see you becoming magician, creator of your own environment, creator of your own reality. And you're liberating yourself from this. And what's coming with it is you being present, you being available, you connecting with someone. This is lover's energy, which is going to another cycle in your current relationship, deepening that relationship, or becoming available to be in a relationship, maybe having someone show up who is your divine partner. And I see that if you are struggling with any sort of indecision about what to do next, I see that this answer will be provided to you. These are both 2 cards. This is, this is a 6 in the major arcana, but they both have 2 elements. They can often represent a decision. So if you've had any decision about where you want to go, what you want to do, what your goals are, I'm seeing this Lover's energy. It could show up in partnership, or it could just show up with you making a decision about which direction you want to go in, Aries. So I really like that. And it's supported by, again, this Magician energy. It's saying, here, I've got my focus on this thing I want to create, and then here are the decisions that lend itself to that vision of that world. For some of you, it may be a literal partnership happening. Love that energy for you, Aries. Then I see 9, or rather 11, life force in reverse. There's something that's draining you. I think, it's right under Devil here, and the Time card, the Wheel of Fortune, also in reverse. All 3 of these are in reverse. So the sense that I'm getting is that you may feel like your energy has been drained, your life force has been drained because you've been stuck on this thing, or you've been stuck to this thing, or bound to this thing. And it's kind of like held you in suspense for a while. Time has not been able to flow naturally. Whereas now that you're being liberated and let go from this in the middle of the month, you may get a sense of recouping your energy. I'm seeing with life force, which is strength, in reverse, and Daughter of Fire in reverse. This is Page of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but I'm really reading it as you here, Aries. There's some way that you may feel depleted at the end of the month. Maybe it means that you're just like out having fun and staying up late and, going to holiday parties, but I'm actually getting the sense that maybe you're a little depleted from whatever it was that you were stuck to, whatever it was that was sort of a toxic situation that was draining you, Aries. Whether that's a person, place, or thing, whether it was an addiction, a lie that you were believing. These are you being, motivated, energized, optimistic, and this is about strength, being strong, persevering. These are just a little bit dimmed. So I think the sense that I get is towards the end of the month is you're recouping your energy from this thing that you're now being set free from, that you're now liberated from. And there may be an earth sign involved. Again, this is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This is Daughter of Earth, which is matching your energy here as Daughter of Fire, but they're in the upright and you're in the reverse. So I don't know if there's an earth sign that was draining you, Aries, or if you can maybe get mentorship from an earth sign person. They're usually pretty grounded. So if you've been feeling a little bit drained, a little unmotivated, not optimistic, not at your top of your strength, Aries, an earth sign person can really help you with that. They may offer you something, whether it's a job offer, something of value. Usually Page of Coins or Page of Earth is holding up this coin as an offer. So it's like some sort of help, some sort of support. Maybe it's just words of wisdom or encouragement. And then I see, at the end of the month, you've got the Four of Cups. It came out in the reverse, but this is no longer missing a cup of love that is being offered to you. When it's in the upright, it sometimes can speak to boredom or feeling asleep. It's my Rip Van Winkle card. It means being checked out, not seeing the cup of love that's being offered to you. You're just focused on what's in front of you. It's sort of like believing everything's always going to be the same. But with this in the reverse, I'm seeing that you are seeing a new offer somewhere. Something that you haven't seen before. It's a totally new direction. There's a cup of love coming at you that you haven't seen before, and you are in a place where you're ready to receive this, Aries. And I really think it has to do with this Lover's energy. Water is emotional energy, and I think that some of you are opening up, becoming more authentic, more vulnerable, where you can show up really as you are to connect with someone else. And I'm really liking that for you, Aries, for December here. So let me get some clarifications. What is this devil energy that Aries is going to be liberated from that is helping them come back into their power as medicine man or magician? What are they freeing themselves from? Okay, the world, which is a cycle that's completing. This is an old story. It's a journey that you just completed. When you started this as Fool energy, you had to gain the experience through going through all the major arcana of the tarot. And this is a cycle that's completing. So it's so funny because it depicts in the card here, you're being liberated. You're being set free because you're completing something. It's sort of like saying, okay, you completed that cycle. You completed that lesson. Now you're free to go to the next level. So what you're being released from is a completion of some sort, Aries, of whatever that last cycle and the lessons that came in with that. You're now liberated from that. You're free to go, is what it's saying. You're free to go. So whatever that means to you. Let's see, let's get some more clarification. What is magician or medicine man trying to say to Aries here? What is that about? High Priestess. Yeah, this came up in reverse, but this is the next card right after magician. So it's saying that you're a powerful manifester at this point, but you may need to get more quiet to receive more information. You know, magician is very much the yang to High Priestess being yin. This is about action, creation, doing. This is about slowing down, getting quiet, receiving the information. So you might be like, go, 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 do, 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 create, create, create. I want to be active. I want to be, you know, in charge, doing what I need to do. This one's saying slow down and listen. You may not be trusting your intuition. You may not be hearing that still small voice that's trying to give you guidance. She actually knows all the answers, this High Priestess. So you just have to get quiet enough to hear her, Aries. So what I'm seeing with this is that you are ready to move, to have action, but you may have some fears or doubts or resistance to getting quiet. I think meditation is going to be a really good tool for you this month. It's going to allow you to release from this old energy, this thing that was holding you back. Look at you liberated now, Aries. So I love that. You're ready to go on to the next cycle. And it may involve some lover's energy, which I really like for you too. And if you feel drained, or if you feel like, you know, you're just not your full self, if you feel a little bit tired, your strength is zapped, you might just be recovering from whatever it is that you've been released from. And you might want to lean on a earth sign person for comfort or support or just some sort of help. I get the sense that they're there to help you, Aries. So that's my reading for you for December. I hope you enjoyed it, Aries. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Aries. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at the link in the top corner there. And I hope everyone has a beautiful Christmas or a beautiful holiday, whatever you celebrate, or even if you don't celebrate. And I just want to thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you have a beautiful December. As always, thanks for watching. Yours in the stars.